let's continue with the exercise 4.2 of lesson ratio and proportion. Question number 4, it's third sum. Okay, now let's see. The question is the ratio of length and breadth of a rectangle and its perimeter. The ratio of length and breadth of a rectangle is, sorry, here I forgot to write the ratio. The ratio is 3:1 and its perimeter is 36 centimeter. So you have to find the length and breadth of a rectangle. Now you know children, whenever the ratio is given, what we take, let the common multiple be x. So let's write, let the common multiple of the given ratio be x. Now the ratio is given of length and breadth, so you know children, so therefore length will be what? 3x and the breadth will be what? X. And also what more we have given? We have given the perimeter of the rectangle, so let's write that also. Perimeter of rectangle is equal to 36 centimeter. Now you have to find the length and breadth of the rectangle. Okay, now children, you know what is the formula for perimeter of a rectangle? The formula for perimeter of a rectangle is what? 2 into length plus breadth. Now perimeter, put the values whatever we know. The perimeter of rectangle is given as 36. 2 will be as it is according to the formula. Length, what is our length here? 3x and the breadth is what? X. Now let's simplify, just simplify, you know. 3x plus x is what? 4x. After transposition, cancel this. You will get here 18. So 4x is equal to 18. So x is equal to what? 18 by 4. X is equal to 18 by 4. Now when you simplify 18 by 4, you will get the answer as 4.5 centimeter. Okay, so what was your length? The value of x is 4.5 centimeter. Now in the beginning we have considered the length as 3x. Now you know children, this value of x you have to put here and you will get the length of the rectangle. So as here length is what? 3x means 3 into 4.5. So you have to multiply 3 into 4.5. So what will you get? 13.5 centimeter. Similarly, breadth. What is the breadth? Is x, and what is the value of x? That is 4.5 centimeter. So this is how we can find length and breadth of a rectangle. Now let's see question number 4. Now the question is the ratio of two numbers is 31:23 and their sum is 260. You have to find these numbers. So let's see. Now see children, question number 4, it's fourth sum. The ratio of two numbers is 31:23 and their sum is 260. You have to find these numbers. In the same way, let's take the common multiple of the given ratio be x. So let's write, let the common multiple of the given ratio be x. So the numbers will be what? Therefore, the numbers are 31x and 23x. Okay. Now according to the question, what is the condition given? That these numbers sum is what? 260. Sum means you know addition. So we will write down according to the question. Here we have given their sum is what? their sum is 260. So now let's write 31x plus 23x is equal to 260. Now simplify this, as you know these are like terms, so you can add this. So x will remain as it is, 3 plus 1 4, 2 plus 3 5 is equal to 260. Therefore x is equal to 216 by 54 is equal to, when you divide 216 by 54 you will get x is equal to 4. So the value of x is what? 4. Now you have to find these numbers. So let's write therefore the numbers are, what will be the numbers? Our first number was 31x. So we write 31x. In place of x you will write 4. You know children, between 31 and x what is the sign here? Multiplication always. So multiply, 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12. So the first number is what we are? 124. Now let's write the second number. What is that? 23x. That is 23 into 4. Multiply this. 92. Okay. Now children, let's see fifth example. What is the change there in the fifth example? Here in this sum, the sum of two numbers was given, and here the product of two numbers is given. So let's do that one also. Now let's see question number 4. It's the fourth sum. The ratio of the two numbers you are given 10:9, and now the product is given. What is the product? 316. You know product means the answer of multiplication. Find these numbers. So in the same way, let the common multiple be x. Therefore, the numbers will be what? 10x and 9x, as the ratio is 10:9. And here the product is given 360. So you have to take multiplication sign according to the question between these two numbers is equal to 360. Now you have to solve this, and you know children, x into x is x square. This you remember. Okay. So from here first you will get the value of x square, and the value of x square after solving you are getting 4. So if the x square is equal to 4, therefore x is equal to what? 2. Now the value of x is 2 you got. This value of x you will put here and you will get the numbers. So therefore the numbers are, what will be the numbers? First number was what? 10x means 10 into 2, that is 20. Second is what? 9x. So 9 into 2 is equal to what? 18. So here in this way you got the two numbers, and the numbers are what? 20 and 18. Now let's see question number 5 and 6. Children, this question number 5 and 6 are the star sums, and you know children, star sums are always very important, but it's easy also. Let's see question number 5. So children, let's see question number 5. Now if A is to B is equal to 3 is to 1 and B is to C is equal to 5 is to 1, this is given to you, then you have to find the value of A cube by 15B square C whole cube. Okay, it means you have to put the value of A, B and C, and then you will get the value of this complete term. Okay, now children see whatever given that we have to use. Now given to you is A is to B is equal to 3 is to 1. Now A is to B can be written as A by B is equal to 3 by 1. Now from here what we do, we will find the value of A. Now to find the value of A, what you have to do, you have to use cross multiplication. So A into 1 is equal to A is equal to 3B. Let us give this as number 1. Now similarly B is to C is equal to what given to you? 5 is to 1. And it can be written as B by C is equal to 5 by 1. So therefore you will get B is equal to 5C. Now children, why we are doing like this? Because we want here in this question the value of A, B and C in terms of either A, all the terms either in A or in terms of B or in terms of C. And here I am writing all these A, B and C in terms of C. So for that what I need to do, as here A equal to 3, we got that B is equal to 5C. So from 1 and 2, this value of B is equal to 5C. If I will put in here in A, so let's see what I am getting. So from 1 and 2, you see here A is equal to 3B. Now in place of B, what I can write? 5C. So here what is the reason? From 2. You can see in 2 B is equal to 5C we have. So A is equal to 3 5s are 15C. So children, now you can see the value of A you got in terms of C, that is 15C. The value of B is already in terms of C, that is B is equal to 5C. And here in the question, when you put the value of A, it is in C, in the form of C. B's value is also in terms of C, and this C will remain as it is. Okay. So children, it's your choice. Either you convert all the terms in either in variable A or in variable B or in variable C. Now let's see. Now you have to find the value of, so write down the value of, we have to find the value of this A cube by 15B square C whole cube. So now put the value carefully. A. What is the value of A? Here we have got A is equal to 15C. 15C, it's a cube. Okay, according to the question. By 15 into B square. What is the value of B? That is 5C whole square into C. Now this C will remain as it is, and again you have its whole cube. Okay, this cube is there. Now you know this 15C whole cube can be written as what? 15 into 15 into 15C cube by here 15 into. Now this 5 can be written as 5 into 5 in 2 times as square is given, and C square into C whole cube. Okay. Now you see children, here C square into C is what? C cube, and C cube is already there. So this will get what? Cancelled. Okay. Now you can see 115 also you can cancel. Now children, here also you can simplify. When you simplify 5 and 15, 5 3s are 15. Here also what we are getting? 5 3s are 15. So in this way you can see in the bracket what did you get now? 3 into 3, that is 3 into 3 is equal to what? You got 3 into 3 whole cube, that is 9 cube, and 9 cube is what? 729. The sum is easy, but take care while solving as there is whole cube given, and remember the steps. Okay. Now let's see, it's one more example is, we have to find the value of one more example, that is what? A cube by 7BC. Now what you will do children, in the same way you will start A is to B is equal to 3 is to 1, you will get the value of A, you will get the value of B, and again you will re-put the value of B in here, so you will get A is equal to 15C, and after that the value of. In this way you can find the next also. Let's see, that is also easy, that you can solve. Let's see that one also. See, in the same way you will start, and the second one is what? A cube by 7BC. A cube by 7BC. So the value of A cube by 7BC is equal to A. What is your A? 15C whole cube by 7 into B. The value of B is what? 5C into C is already there. Now let's simplify 15 cube, or you can write like this, 15 into 15 into 15 into C cube by 7 into 5 into C square. Okay. sorry children, I think here there is square, not cube. So let's write here square and here also square. So here is square. Now this c square will get cancelled and here also 50 into 50. Okay. So 15 square is 15 into 15 into c square. 7 5s are 35 and now let's simplify. 5 3s are 15. So let's write what is the answer you got. 15 into 3 by 7, that is 15 3s are 45 by 7. According to the question you have to write. In the question it was given to you square. So here you have to take square. Okay. Now let's move to question number 6. Let's see question number 6. This is also a star sum. If square root of 0.04 into 0.4 into a is equal to 0.4 into 0.04 into square root of b is given. This is given to you. So you have to find the ratio a by b. Very easy children. At first when we see that you will find that the sum is tough, but it's not tough. Let's see how. First whatever given that we write. Now children, you can see on both the sides variable a, and here you have one variable a and here variable is b. So here root a is in the square root and root b is also in the square root. So let's transpose on one side. So on left side what you will get, square root of a by square root of b. And now transpose numbers on one side. After transposing, what you will get, now you have to transpose this, so it becomes square root of here 0.04 into 0.4. Now children, what we do, we take square on both sides. So we write here squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. You have to take square. Now when you take square, you know, let me write like this for you. Take square. We have taken square on both sides. Now when we take square here, so this root a becomes what? A, and root b becomes b, because root b into root b is b, root a into root a is a. Okay. And here you have to take square root of this. So this 0.4 into 0.04 into this you can write 2 times. Let me write here. A by b is equal to 0.4 into 0.04. Again you have to write one more time, as there is square upon. Now you can see children, here there is square root, so square root of this number becomes 0.04 into 0.4. Now you can see children, in the numerator and denominator you can cancel these two terms. Okay. Now what is left with you? There is 0.4 into 0.04. Now 0.4 can be written as 4 by 10. 0.04 can be written as 0.04 can be written as 4 by 100. Now 4 by 10 into 4 by 100. Let's simplify. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2s are 4, 25s are. Now what you got? 2 2s are 4, 4 by 5 into 25 is 125. So in this way you have got the value of a by b as 4 by 125. We have to find the ratio. So you can write like this: a is to b is equal to 4 is to 125. So the sum is very easy. Just transpose root a and root b on one side and take square on both sides, and you will get the ratio of a by b. Now let's see question number 7. We have given the ratio of x plus 3, it means the ratio of binomials given on both the sides, and you have to find the value of x. This sum is also easy. Let's see that one. You have given on both the sides the ratio of the binomials and you have to find the value of x. Very easy. See, first you will write whatever given to you. You know a is to b can be written as a by b. So in the same way we have written the ratio of x plus 3 by x plus 3 x plus 11 as x plus 3 by x plus 11 is equal to x minus 2 by x plus 1. Now you know children, you have to use cross multiplication to find the value of x. Now what is cross multiplication? You have to multiply these two on one side and find the product of these two on the right hand side. Now you know this is product of binomials that we have already studied. So x is equal to what we do? X is equal to x multiplied by the term of the second bracket. Again you will write plus 3 and multiply all the terms of the second bracket. Similarly on the right hand side also. Now let's simplify. X into x is what? X square. X into 1 is x. 3x plus 3. Let's see here. X square plus 11x minus 2x. Now children see here is minus. So this plus become minus because minus into plus is minus. And 2 11s are 22. Now you can see x square get cancelled. Children, when on the both the sides the term is same with the same sign, that you can eliminate like this. Okay. Now let's transpose all the variables terms on one side. X plus 3x is equal to 4x. Transpose this, you will get minus 11x. This minus 2 becomes plus 2. Now see the numbers, here is minus 22 and this plus 3 when you transpose, it becomes minus 3. Now let's simplify. 4 plus 2 6 and minus 11x plus 6x is equal to minus 5x and here you are getting minus 25. So this minus minus get cancelled. So x is equal to 25 by 5, that is 5. So the value of x is 5. So children, in this way we have completed our exercise 4.2. Okay, so I hope you understood all the examples whatever we have studied very well. So do practice more, everything will be easy. Thank you. Goodbye.